How's it going, guys? I'm going to quickly show you how I made 2.5% on just one trade on the pound yen this week. Okay, before we get into the charts, I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of proof. So this is the Discord. The ideas are in here and we're talking in the chat. Before any of the ideas play out, we're talking about what we're looking for. And this is my magic key showing 2.5% off of this trade. Single trade idea with two separate entries. So an add-on position on here, some scale outs, and then an eventual full close. So that's what we're going to get into right now. So I have the chart in replay mode. This is about the time that I would come in and analyze the chart. So it's at 2:30, 30 minutes before the London Open. Let's break it down on the daily here. You can see uptrend, intermediate time frame. We're about just basing left to right. I have my 4 hours of support and resistance drawn here, some basing areas. And I can see that from the night before, we've broken this large area of basing with momentum from the Asian session, buyers in control. We've broken this area of resistance or support and resistance. And so I can see that there's multiple signs of buyers in control, continuation with the higher time frame. So my bias is getting formulated and I'm thinking long at this point. So long breakout out of here. We stalled a little bit in between these two zones, ended up breaking, pullback, go. That would have been a nice trade to be in. Pullback, this area didn't hold, but maybe this area will within here. So that's what I'm looking for. That's what I have marked out. Further down the time frames. All right, let's look at the 5 minute. So this is where we can see, okay, so now we can see some lower highs rejection out of here. So there's a big area of sellers in here that are keeping price down. All right, so what we're looking for is our bias is long. We're looking for areas to pull back for the long. So this area might hold, continue, push long like this. We'll see. We're waiting for the London Open to enter into any of our trades. So these are our scenarios so far. Pulling back to our area of resistance, which became support. Support for the long, pull back and go. So let's get it down on the 1 minute here and play it until the open. I have the open marked right here with a dashed line, so you can see that. So London Open, you can see the fight going on right now in this 1 minute candle. Sellers stepping back in, buyers coming in. So it's just a fight right now. So we're trying to see, okay, so this could be an area that we go short from again, as this is another block of orders right here. Pull back. Let's see if it is able to break above with those higher time frame buyers stepping back in, or if those lower time frame sellers are going to be taking control. All right, sellers, buyers back in control. All right, looks like sellers are taking over from that area and heavily taking over. So we got a lot of momentum coming short now. All right, so now this is the point where a couple of us on the floor had limit orders sitting here, including myself. And this is where we're talking to each other saying, okay, if it comes in hot, are you going to be holding that limit order? Are you going to be removing that limit order? Or are you going to be potentially taking that limit order off? So this is what the order would look like. Entry at the front of the zone, stop behind the zone. And this is what we're discussing. Do we want to just completely remove this order? Do we want to pull this down a little bit to catch some of that momentum, get a better risk to reward on the trade? And so what I actually did was, let's see how this candle comes in. So as these candles are forming, I'm watching very closely for the momentum. Sellers are stepping in every time they can. And then as this candle is forming, I say, no, that's too much momentum for me. I take the order off. So that limit order comes off. And I'm waiting for a rejection candle. So I'm waiting for the buyers to tell me, no, we're here. We're going to support you. We're going to keep this price propped up. So those higher time frame buyers to come step back in. But as of right now, says sellers in control. So that's why I removed the order. So buyers tried again, sellers stepped in. All right, so it looks like some of this momentum is getting turned around. So let's see if this zone is holding. That's what I'm looking for right now. And what I'm looking for my entry is this 5-minute candle to close with a nice big wick on the bottom, which I call a rejection candle. Rejection candle to close with hopefully buyers in control, and if not, buyers stepping in clearly. So that's going to be 325. We're going to look for that. Okay, so right here, 324. How are we looking on the 5-minute? Good. That's good for an entry. 325. We get it right here, and that's where I entered on the close of this 5-minute candle. So my entry looked like this, with my stop just below the wick here. And then my target, I'm biased to the higher time frame long, so a conservative target here, or hopeful target here. And this is showing 4.6 to 1 risk to reward. And this is 3.5 to 1. So now I'm watching here to see if we can break this level and keep the buyers in control out of the zone. So sellers stepping in, not nice. Sellers rejecting price, buyers coming in strong. So that's what we like to see. We're up a little bit on the trade. Okay, sellers coming back in. All right, now that's a scary candle. So if it comes below here, we're stopped out minus 1% on the day, which is fine. But something that I do typically like is this refueling of price after a rejection. So we get rejection, we get a little pump in our direction, we get a refuel. Don't knock out these buyers right here. And then continuation of that push. So because I like that so much, I actually set up a buy stop on here as a secondary entry. So I'm going to be adding on to my position from above here because I'm being told this momentum short is getting turned around here. The sellers are trying to win again, can't break the low, and then the buyers are in control because they're breaking this high. So this is where I'm freaking out. Okay, buyers come in again. Yes, please. Sellers pushing down. All right, buyers come back. Fight going on, fight going on. Ooh, I don't like that. Ooh, I don't like that. Lower high getting created so far. Sellers really putting up a good fight. And then I'm in the long here because we've broken this high. Now I'm watching the buyers take control. Okay, now we want to watch out for this area of resistance. Big push. All right, pull back to then continue long is what we're looking for. All right, now we're basing and fighting above this previous area, so that's a good sign for us. Seller stepping in, we don't like that. More sellers stepping in. All right, this is the buyers stepping in at the top of our previous high. Good fight. All right, now this is a big push candle in our direction, breaking this level. So this is a good indicator for us that we can take it up to our final target here. But we want to be careful of this area through here as it's the beginning of the push out from this previous area of value. So we're just going to put a little marker on this to keep an eye. We've broken the bank level to 50. We've broken the resistance level. Strong candle. We want this to close and continue on. And we're happy to take this target right here. And keep in mind, we're in 2 positions at this point. So we're carrying a lot of weight in this trade. All right, we get this push down, not so nice. Another one. We're fighting. We pulled back to this level again. Got some help to keep us propped up. That's what we're looking for. Now we want to break a high. So if we can't break this high, then we got to be quick to close the trade. All right, so came out of the top, got rejected again, no close out of the high. So we're keeping a close eye on the trade. Push, and I'm pretty sure I scaled out somewhere in here on this first position. Getting a little bit of rejection as we encroach on this next level that I have marked in red. Another rejection from there, so that's not too nice. Now we're keeping a real close eye saying, all right, we've failed to get above here a few times, but now we don't want to break below here. And if it looks like sellers are back in control, then this momentum short might be the winner for the day. So we have to be just a little bit more careful. And we're up in the trade pretty heavily, carrying a lot of weight. So we might close the trade. All right, sellers step in. Buyers put up a little bit of a fight. Come step back in off of our support here again. And then we failed to break the high for the third time, fourth time, and I actually closed the trade right here. As you can see, 1 try, 2 try, 3 tries, and then on this fourth attempt, buyers stepped in, sellers stepped back in harder, and that's where I'm like, no more, sellers are back in control. And then I was quickly shown that I was right with this huge candle here wiping out everything. And yep, so that was 2.5% on this single idea. And if you want to see us get into these ideas every single morning, come check us out on the Discord. I'll put all the links in the bio, and I'll see you next week.